Other than labor, what is the next largest expense in running a truck? If you guess diesel fuel, you guess right. Fuel is something that is the largest or the second largest expense in operating a trucking company. I always look for ways of saving fuel. How can I save fuel? How can I get better fuel economy? Things like that. You know, we've tried different fuel treatments. One thing that we did do that saved us a lot of money in fuel was we got large fuel tanks here at our site. So right here are our fuel tanks, and we have a pretty cool system that we use to fuel our trucks. The trucks come in and they have to enter in a driver ID. You probably can't see the screen, but they have to enter in a driver ID. They enter in their truck number, and they also enter in the mileage. And as soon as that's done, the fuel pump will kick on and they can get fuel. So that data goes into a system which I can, at my desk, see the last time he fueled up and what the miles were. So it basically gives me fuel economy. I can see at any time. I can log in and I can see for the month, for the week, or however I want to run that report. But more than that, guys, you know, for a lot of you guys, you can't have big tanks like this in your yard. If you only got one or two trucks, it's tough to buy 10,000 gallons at a time. You know, we go through 10,000 gallons, which is pretty much a tanker load. Anywhere from 9,000 to 10,000 gallons is what they're bringing out for a semi-load of fuel. And I do save a lot of money. That is right now the cheapest way for us to buy fuel. But if you want to learn how you can save a lot of money, and I'm going to tell you guys right up front, I am not getting anything in return for promoting this company. I'm simply doing this, guys, for you to save some money on fuel. And we'll go inside and I'll get some actual data, the exact numbers of what it is that we save, because we have trucks that are out on the road that are, you know, in Richmond, Virginia, or the Northeast. I mean, we're running within 500 miles, and not all of our fuel can be purchased here at our site. These guys try to fuel up here as much as possible, but sometimes they're running the thruway, which is about maybe 10-15 minutes north of us, and it's extra miles to come into our location here and then go back out. And we found this card that will save money on fuel, and it's pretty impressive. We've had it for a few years, and I'll let you guys know it is Quality Plus Network, a Nastc Fleet 1 card. And I will drop in, Brittney Warren is our contact, and I'm going to drop in her office number and also her cell phone number. And you can call her and she can tell you about the network. Again, they're not paying me a dime. I just want to help you guys out, save some money. This is pretty huge, and I feel bad for these owner operators or these small trucking companies out there paying top dollar for fuel when really there's quite a bit of savings to be had. And believe it or not, some of the fuel that we buy on road through this program is almost as cheap as what I get into the tank here. It really fluctuates from day to day on the market. You know, there's these cards out there that say, oh, we guarantee you 40 cents a gallon or whatever it is off every single time. One of the things, I've had companies approach me in the last year or two that said, we can save you money. And so what I did is I said, okay, on this date, such and such a date, I said, what was the fuel savings at this fuel stop in, you know, Geneva, New York, or wherever our truck had bought fuel that day. And so we would look at it and compare, and never ever anywhere close to what we were paying for fuel. I'll get you guys this info. Let's go inside and check it out. And while we're on the subject of fuel mileage, I want to show you guys our best performing truck. It gets the best fuel mileage. And I'll be honest, we haven't taken it very far, but it does get the best fuel economy, because we ain't putting no fuel in that truck for right now. Here in my office, I want to reiterate again that fuel is the second largest expense of when you are owning your own truck. Fuel is a big portion of what you're paying out every day or every week, whatever it is. So make sure you're getting a discount on your diesel fuel. I got some papers right here with some of our numbers, and I'll show you guys what we've been saving on fuel. This card is called Quality Plus Network Nastc card. And what it is our drivers, when they're on the road and they need fuel, they use this card. So what I had done is I got our guy to pull a couple reports, just random reports, one in July, one in August, and one in September. These are random. I'm just looking here at some of the savings, and where we get the best savings is TA and Petro. And right here I have Petro in Scranton. That one started out saving us 36 cents a gallon. The cost was $2.85 at the pump, and our price was like $2.49. There's obviously tenths in there, but so we saved 36 cents. That's usually one of the minor ones. The next one was a 7-Eleven store just here in Phelps, not far from our place, again just off the thruway. Our discount was 60 cents. Pump price was $2.73, and the discount price was $2.14. That was in July. In August, again, the least we saved was 41 cents. The most we saved here in August was 70 cents. A lot of these are here in, like, there's Dansville, New York, Bloomsburg, PA, Pembroke, New York. Yeah, so those are those, and that's in August. In September, the most we saved, looking at this report, is 94 cents. I've seen discounts over $1 already in this card. I don't have the exact reference or the data when that was, but these are just random reports that we pulled 3 different months. And usually I would say our average discount is probably between 50 to 70 cents. You know, there's a lot of like 67, there's 72, 51, you know, so our discounts are fairly high. The other thing with this card is there's no limit to the amount that you can save. So you might save 30 cents, 40 cents, or you might save $1.40. It just depends on the market, and what the market is doing, what the barrel price is doing will depend on what you're going to save with this card. Again, you have to make sure that you have those network fueling stops, you know, so TA, Petro are close by, you're getting to them. And we only use this card for our fuel. And that's the other thing. This card offers a lot of other things. There's discounts on services. There's discounts on tires. They also help you with your drug and alcohol screenings and things like that. There's a lot of other things they can help you with. We don't take part in some of those things. We just use it for the fuel. We buy our tires through another company, and we get fleet pricing on our tires and filters and a lot of our parts and some of those things. So we don't use it for that. We have our own company that we use for drug screening, testing, things like that. So, you know, we're all set there. But if you guys want to save some money, definitely I would check it out. You know, if you got a couple trucks, we've noticed also the savings is a lot higher in upstate New York. And the nice thing is with this card, you can also get message alerts. So if the barrel price goes down, you know, it drops like, say, $10 a barrel in a day, which it does happen. These swings have been crazy. You can actually capture that. You can say if the barrel price came down in one day, and you can wait to buy fuel till the next morning, or they'll also send you alerts saying, hey, you know what, fuel is going to be going up tomorrow. You know, buy fuel tonight. The price tonight is this price. So that's the cool thing is if you go into a truck stop and you're deciding, well, do I want to buy fuel tonight or do I want to buy fuel in the morning? You can check in and say, you know what, it's going to save me money to buy fuel tonight. So far to date, I have not found another card has given us the discounts. You know, at first we were just buying fuel with our credit card, and, you know, you save 2%. Really, to save 90 cents or 60 cents or 70 cents an average is pretty amazing. The savings that we had on this card, I don't know if you can see that number down there, but that's what we saved with this card over the last 5 years. So one of the things with buying fuel is what day do I buy fuel? With my storage I have is only about 15,000 gallons, and a tanker is like 10, but it's split between 2 tanks. So sometimes it's a struggle. I gotta watch. I use about maybe 1,500 to 2,500 gallons a day. It varies. I gotta watch and play it. It plays out pretty tight. So if I was having a lot of trucks on the road all the time, it would not be worth it for me to have the tanks here at our location. But because the majority of our trucks are filling up, or local trucks are filling up here, it makes sense for us to have tanks here. But if they were on the road, if I had 30 trucks running cross country, no way would I have a tank at the base. It wouldn't really make a lot of sense, unless there was a warehouse here or a reason that they were cruising, right past this location, where they could swing in and grab fuel. But it's not worth them to drive an extra, 20 miles to save, 10 cents, because the price that this card will save us, it varies, but it's anywhere from, it could be as close as 5 cents. It could be to 10, 15 cents, 20 cents apart, but it's fairly close. So $20 to drive, and the wear and tear and the time to drive 20 miles out of the way to go get fuel, sometimes it's not worth it. The other thing that we do put in our fuel is fuel treatments. It does help with, injector issues, things like that. I'd highly recommend running fuel treatment. We have barrels of it here and then we send a gallon or whatever with the drivers when they're out on the road, and they put fuel treatment in before they fill up, at a lot of these places. So far, we've been using this card, like I said, for a few years. It has been a great card, and we strictly use it for fuel, and we love it. And I just want to help you guys out. Hopefully, if you're not on it already, check it out. At least check it out and call Brittney Warren, and she can explain, all the things they offer and what it can do for you. So hopefully you guys can save some big dollars. It's huge. Huge. Peace out, guys. Thanks for watching.